Hi, I'm Cy. Today I'm reviewing this Bulk Supplements brand L-Theanine Powder. You can see it here. And I am very excited about this L-Theanine. By the time this video is over, I will have tried it for at least 3 days and have my opinion for you of what I noticed while I was taking it. The main reason that I got this particular L-Theanine is because it was a great value. I looked into many different brands of L-Theanine powder, which I thought would be the best value to start with because of it being a powder. And I discovered that of all the brands that I looked at, as far as quality goes and the amount that you get, I think that you can't do too much better than this particular brand right here. They have a certified cGMP lab where they produce their supplements, which stands for Current Good Manufacturing Practices. Also, all of their supplements are third-party tested for impurities, and I feel pretty good about using this supplement myself. So the reason that I wanted to take L-Theanine myself is because I knew that it is known for having a calming and focusing effect on people. And a lot of people talk about how green tea makes you less jittery than coffee. And they say that that's because there is L-Theanine in it. And so I am going to take this L-Theanine with my coffee to see what kind of effects it has. But when I was learning about L-Theanine, I learned that there are a lot of other benefits that are reported about it that are beyond just being focused and calm and relaxed. But if it just makes the experience of drinking coffee better, more kind of calm and zen-ish, then I'm going to be happy with it. Let's go ahead and take a look inside the bag and talk about measurements and some of the supplement facts. The only thing in this package is L-Theanine, which is an amino acid. It's a non-protein amino acid, and you can see how the bag is sealed here. Let's go ahead and open it up. It is, of course, a white powder. It's supposed to be tasteless, but we shall see. But I have here a 1/4 teaspoon. Now that is too much. So just to give you an idea, the 200 milligram size, they recommend that you have a special milligram scale for weighing it, which I don't currently have. I may still get it before the end of this review, but I did read enough to know that about 1/10 of a teaspoon is equal to 200 milligrams. So I found out that 1/8 of a teaspoon is approximately 250 milligrams. So I'm going to try and get maybe a little bit less
than half of this 1/4 teaspoon
in order to make this very close to 250 milligrams, but err on the side of a little bit less than that. Let's go ahead and do that measurement here now. So I'd say that that's probably half or less, and I'm going to put this in the coffee that I'm going to drink here in a minute, and that is going to be a quart of coffee. So here I have our quart of coffee. Just going to go ahead and put that in there and stir it in. Looks like it mixed in pretty well. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour some inside my coffee cup here. And we're going to do a taste test. All right. And I can't say that I notice any difference in the taste. Coffee tastes good. So now it's just about seeing how the effects are, if it really does have a calming effect or make me less shaky or jittery. I am going to do a very tiny taste test
without the coffee
to let you know if it does have a taste. So here, I'll go ahead and do that now. It pretty much is tasteless. There might be a tiny taste to it, but it's so subtle. There's really no aftertaste that it's even leaving in my mouth right now, just after eating the straight supplement. So let me go ahead and use this Bulk Supplements L-Theanine over the next few days, and I'm going to report back with you and tell you how I liked it and if I noticed any other benefits. As I told you, I wanted to get you a more accurate measurement so that you would kind of know exactly what, say, for example, 1/8 of a teaspoon of the L-Theanine would weigh. So I have this little scale here, and I'm going to tare it because I've got this boat on here to put the L-Theanine in. And so I'm at 0, so that means that anything that I add to this boat now will be the weight of the powder that I put in it. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you. I've got the 1/8 teaspoon, and we were thinking that approximately 1/8 of a teaspoon would be 250 milligrams. So let's go ahead and put it in here. And it is pretty close, and it actually says 0.23 grams, which is 230 milligrams. So I'd say that an eighth of a teaspoon is really close to a 250 milligram measurement. That's what I was trying to get to. So I think that I will continue to use that. So I've been using the Bulk Supplements L-Theanine for 5 days straight now, and I'm going to go ahead and sum up this review. First of all, I really do think that Bulk Supplements is a good company. I did have direct communication with somebody from the company, and I found out that their L-theanine that they source is created through a fermentation process, also known as biosynthesis, which is different than chemical synthesis, and I think that's good. For example, biosynthesis, which is a more natural process, creates an L-theanine that is just L-theanine, whereas L-theanine created through chemical synthesis creates an L-theanine that has L-theanine and D-theanine, which is not a pure L-theanine product. But getting to the more important details, after 5 days of using it, my personal experience is that I feel more zen or calm, peaceful, serene, relaxed. There is no question that there was a noticeable difference in how I have felt, and there were a few times where it was quite profound for me. I also asked my wife and my 18-year-old son, who also had some, and they both described it as a kind of chill feeling, or feeling a little bit more chill. The first day that I took it, my sleep was very different. I slept very, very deeply, and I slept longer than I expected to sleep. The days after that, my sleep kind of normalized a little bit. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily deeper, but there's some change in my sleep. All things considered, I wouldn't want to take this every day. For me, I like to have a contrast and not use something all the time, so I kind of know what I feel like without anything. But this L-theanine is a supplement I will continue to use intermittently, and I think that it is one that some people will appreciate. I thought I was done with this review, but I want to give you a quick update. I took it every day for about 13 days, and then I had a break from it. And the reason I had a break from it is because I noticed that I was feeling a little irritable, and that there were certain things that seemed to be happening that I didn't like so much regarding how I was feeling. It's kind of subtle and hard to describe. Like I said, I was a little more irritable, and maybe I felt a little more mellow than I wanted to feel, and I didn't feel like I had very much control over how I was feeling. That being said, I took 2 days break, and then I had it for 2 days straight, and I didn't have any today. And what I could say is that after having 2 days break from it and having it again for 2 days, I did like it, but by the end of the second day, I was ready for another break, and I really have liked it, especially on certain days, but it's something that I really only want to have for probably a couple days in a row generally, and then not have it for at least a day or two. That being said, my son had it for about 3 days straight, and at that point he realized he didn't really like how he was feeling, and he hasn't had any since. I really just wanted to let you know this to give you an idea of what you might expect taking it yourself. And I also want you to keep in mind that I did get up to about 300 or so milligrams that I was taking per day. So it might be different if you take a different amount. And obviously it's going to be different for you depending on everything else that you do. I just thought I'd give you that update. So I hope you enjoyed my review of this Bulk Supplements L-Theanine. If you did like this review, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel and share this video. If you want to help support this channel, please use the links in the description or scan the QR code in this video to purchase, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.